You wake up motivated. You promise yourself that today will be different. You'll wake up early, stay focused, avoid distractions, maybe even start working on your goals seriously. But somehow, a few hours later, you're scrolling endlessly, procrastinating again, and feeling guilty for wasting another day. Deep down, you start asking yourself one painful question. Why is discipline so hard for me when other people make it look easy? The truth is most beginners think discipline is about being mentally strong. They think successful people wake up every day feeling motivated and ready to conquer the world. But what if I told you that discipline actually feels impossible in the beginning for almost everyone? And the scary part is, most people quit before they ever reach the stage where it becomes easier. Right now, there's someone watching this video who feels stuck in a cycle. You want to improve your life, but your habits keep pulling you backwards. One day you're motivated, the next day you lose all energy. And after failing again and again, your brain slowly starts believing something dangerous. Maybe you're just not disciplined enough. But that belief is exactly what's destroying your progress. Before we go deeper, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Brain Decoded, because this channel is all about understanding the hidden psychology behind human behavior, motivation, and self-improvement. If you've ever struggled with consistency, trust me, you're not alone. And these videos are made for people exactly like you. Here's the first thing. Nobody tells beginners. Your brain hates discipline at first because discipline feels like pain. Think about it. Your brain is designed to protect your comfort and save energy. Thousands of years ago, humans survived by avoiding unnecessary effort. So when you suddenly try to wake up early, study for hours, go to the gym, or stop using social media, your brain reacts like you're under attack. That's why your body suddenly feels tired when it's time to work. That's why your mind starts creating excuses like, I'll start tomorrow, or I need more motivation first. It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain is trying to pull you back into comfort. And comfort is addictive. The modern world makes this even worse. Every app, every notification, every short video is designed to destroy your attention span. Companies spend billions of dollars studying human psychology just to keep you distracted longer. So when you sit down to focus, you're not just fighting laziness anymore. You're fighting an entire system built to steal your attention every second. And this creates one of the biggest beginner struggles. You expect discipline to feel inspiring, but in reality, discipline feels boring, repetitive, and uncomfortable in the beginning. Nobody shows this part on social media. You only see the results. You see the successful body, the money, the confidence, the lifestyle, but you don't see the thousands of boring moments where someone forced themselves to continue, even when they didn't feel like it. Most people quit because they misunderstand what discipline actually looks like. They think disciplined people always feel motivated. But the truth is, disciplined people often don't feel like doing the work either. The difference is they learned how to act despite the feeling. Beginners are waiting to feel ready. Successful people simply start before they feel ready. Imagine a guy trying to go to the gym for the first time. The first few days feel exciting because motivation is high. But after a week, reality hits. His muscles hurt, results are invisible, and suddenly staying in bed feels better than exercising. This is the exact moment where most people quit. Not because they can't succeed, but because they expected the journey to feel easier. Your brain loves immediate rewards. That's why scrolling social media feels good instantly. Junk food feels good instantly. Watching entertainment feels good instantly. But discipline works differently. Discipline gives rewards slowly. And that delay confuses beginners because humans naturally chase instant pleasure over long-term success. This is why so many people sabotage themselves without realizing it. They say they want success, but their daily habits are training their brain to choose comfort every single time. Every time you avoid difficult work, your brain learns. Comfort is the solution, and over time that becomes your identity. But here's something powerful most people never realize. Discipline is less about willpower and more about identity. The reason some people stay consistent isn't because they're a superhuman. It's because they started seeing themselves differently. Instead of saying, I'm trying to become disciplined, they start saying, I am a disciplined person. That small mental shift changes everything, because humans naturally act according to the identity they believe about themselves. If you believe you're lazy, your actions will match that belief. If you believe you're inconsistent, your actions slowly begin aligning with that version of yourself. Your mind always tries to stay consistent with your identity. But beginners usually make one huge mistake. They try to change their entire life overnight. They create impossible routines. Wake up at 5 a.m. suddenly, cut off every distraction, and expect themselves to stay perfect forever. Then, after failing once, they feel like complete failures. But discipline was never supposed to start with perfection. Real discipline starts small, extremely small. Sometimes the strongest discipline is simply showing up even when you dare to feel like Italiano reading one page, doing one push-up, working for 5 minutes. Because small wins slowly rebuild trust between you and yourself. And honestly, self-trust is the foundation of discipline. Think about it this way. Every time you break promises to yourself, your confidence weakens. You stop believing your own words. You say you'll wake up early, but you don't. You say you'll focus, but you get distracted again. Over time, your brain starts seeing your promises as meaningless. That's why beginners often feel mentally weak. It's not just lack of discipline, it's broken self-trust. But the opposite is also true. Every small promise you keep sends a signal to your brain. I can trust myself. And that's how disciplined people are built. Not through motivation, through repeated proof. One of the darkest parts of the beginner struggle is comparison. You look at someone successful and think they're naturally better than you. But what you don't see is the years of failure behind their confidence. Every disciplined person once struggled with distractions too. Every focused person once felt weak too. The difference is they kept going long enough for discipline to become normal. And here's something nobody likes hearing. Discipline feels hardest right before it starts becoming a habit. Most people quit during the resistance phase, without realizing they were actually close to change. Your brain fights hardest when you're trying to break old patterns, because old habits feel safe. Change feels dangerous, even when it's good for you. That's why you can't rely only on motivation. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you will feel empty. If your actions depend on emotions, consistency becomes impossible. Discipline begins when you stop negotiating with your feelings every day. You know what is interesting. The people who seem the most disciplined usually removed unnecessary decisions from their life. They don't wake up asking, should I work today? The decision is already made. They created routines strong enough to reduce mental resistance. Beginners waste energy fighting themselves every single day. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons discipline feels impossible is because nobody prepared you for the mental battle. Movies and social media make self-improvement look exciting and cinematic, but real growth often looks quiet, lonely, repetitive, invisible, and sometimes painfully slow. Yet that slow progress is exactly what changes lives. There will be days when you feel like nothing is working. Days when you study but still feel behind. Days when you work hard but see no results. And those are the moments where your future is secretly being decided. Because anybody can stay consistent when motivation is high. The real transformation happens when you continue despite disappointment. Most beginners think successful people are special because they never fail. But the truth is almost the opposite. Disciplined people fail constantly. They just stopped turning failure into identity. Missing one workout doesn't make someone weak. Wasting one day doesn't ruin your future. But beginners often turn one mistake into complete surrender. They think, I already failed, so what's the point now? And that mindset traps them in endless cycles. Imagine trying to build muscle. You don't become stronger after one workout. The body changes slowly through repetition. Discipline works the exact same way. Every time you choose focus over distraction, your mental strength grows a little. Every time you continue, despite discomfort, your brain slowly adapts. But because the progress is invisible at first, most people underestimate how much they're changing internally. This is why consistency beats intensity almost every time. A person who improves slowly for 1 year will destroy someone who works extremely hard for 1 week and then quits. Small repeated actions shape identity more than rare moments of motivation. And honestly, this should give you hope, because it means you don't need to become perfect overnight. You just need to stop quitting on yourself. There's another reason discipline feels impossible in the beginning. Your environment is constantly influencing your behavior. Most people think discipline is only about mindset, but environment matters more than they realize. If your phone is beside you all day, distractions become easier. If your room is messy, your focus weakens. If everyone around you wastes time, wasting time starts feeling normal. Human behavior is deeply connected to survival. That's why changing your environment can sometimes change your habits faster than motivation ever could. Even something simple like putting your phone away while working can dramatically improve focus. Beginners often rely on self-control alone while ignoring the systems around them. And let's talk about dopamine for a second, because this is where modern life becomes dangerous. Every scroll, every notification, every quick entertainment hit gives your brain instant dopamine. Over time, your brain becomes addicted to constant stimulation. Then when you try to sit quietly and do difficult work, normal tasks suddenly feel painfully boring. That's why discipline today feels harder than ever before. You're not weak. Your brain has simply been trained to expect instant rewards constantly. Deep work feels uncomfortable because your attention span has been damaged by endless stimulation, and rebuilding focus takes time. A lot more time than most people expect. But here's the good news. Your brain is adaptable. Just like you learn distraction, it can relearn focus. The first few days will feel uncomfortable, maybe even frustrating, but slowly, your mind starts calming down. Tasks that once felt impossible begin feeling manageable. The same discipline that once felt painful slowly becomes part of your normal life. The scary thing is most people never reach this stage because they quit too early. They judge themselves during the hardest phase instead of understanding that struggle is part of the process. Imagine planting a seed and digging it up every few days because you don't see results yet. That's exactly what people do with self-improvement. They stop before growth becomes visible. And sometimes, the problem isn't laziness at all. Sometimes you're mentally exhausted from constantly consuming information without taking action. You watch motivational videos, productivity hacks, self-improvement advice, but your life stays the same because knowledge without action changes nothing. At some point, you have to stop endlessly preparing and simply begin. One uncomfortable truth about discipline is that nobody can force it into your life permanently. Friends can motivate you temporarily. Videos can inspire you temporarily, but eventually, there comes a quiet moment where it's just you versus your own excuses. And in that moment, your future depends on the small choices nobody else sees. The world celebrates talent loudly, but discipline quietly builds almost everything valuable. Relationships, careers, fitness, confidence, financial success. Most achievements are simply the result of people continuing long after others gave up. And honestly, that should motivate you, because discipline is learnable. You don't need special genetics or superhuman confidence. You just need repetition. Think about the version of yourself you want to become. More focused, more confident, more successful. That version of you is not created through one massive life-changing moment. It's created through small daily decisions repeated consistently over time. And yes, those small decisions often feel boring, but boring actions repeated long enough create extraordinary results. One day, something strange starts happening. The things that once felt impossible begin feeling automatic. Waking up early becomes easier. Focus improves. Your confidence grows. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you became stronger mentally. Discipline eventually stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like freedom. Freedom from guilt. Freedom from procrastination. Freedom from constantly disappointing yourself. Because real discipline isn't about controlling your life perfectly. It's about finally becoming someone who can trust themselves. And maybe that's the part beginners don't understand yet. Discipline isn't built during easy moments. It's built in ordinary moments when nobody is watching, when you choose to continue even without rewards, even without praise, even without motivation. That's when identity changes quietly. So if discipline feels impossible right now, don't panic. You are not broken. You are simply in the hardest phase that almost everyone experiences at the start. The struggle you feel today does not mean you're failing. It means your brain is resisting change. And resistance is normal whenever growth begins. But remember this carefully. Every day you keep going, even imperfectly, you are slowly becoming the kind of person you once admired from a distance. The process feels invisible while it's happening. But one day you'll look back and realize the version of you that once struggled to stay focused no longer exists. If this video connected with you, Comment below what the biggest thing destroying your discipline right now. Is it procrastination, distractions, overthinking, or lack of motivation? Your comment might help someone else realize they're not alone in this struggle. And if you know someone who constantly wants to improve their life, but keeps falling into the same cycle, share this video with them. Sometimes one honest message can completely change how a person sees themselves. Subscribe to Brain Decoded for more deep psychological videos about self-improvement, focus, human behavior, and mental growth. And remember, discipline doesn't start when things become easy. Discipline starts when you decide to continue anyway.